How you like, guys? This is Joey. We're going to be talking about Unmukt Chand today and his snub from the USA national team. The more I think about it, the more it bothers me. We're going to go over a timeline of the past year or so and follow it and maybe come to some conclusion of why he was snubbed or left off of the United States 15-man roster and, come to peace with this decision. And maybe, down the road, he can play for Bangladesh and the 3-game series there. We don't know, but let's talk about it because it's kind of on my brain, feeling heavy on the heart here. Maybe that's the heartburn. Ugh. Let's talk about it. So this article was from August 13th, 2021 from Sports Time. And it says Unmukt Chand announces retirement from India cricket, likely to play for the United States of America. And so Unmukt Chand grew up in India. Obviously, he was captain of the U19 Indian team. He's got experience playing in the Indian Premier League, got lots of experience. And so I don't know the full story, but essentially he wasn't going to get a spot on the Indian national team. And I'm guessing that it's extremely hard to play for that team. And so wanting to play for another national team, he looked for other opportunities. And so an opportunity came up in the United States. So this article is kind of referencing that. So he was once termed as the next big thing in Indian cricket. The U19 World Cup 2012 winning captain, Unmukt Chand, announces his retirement from India cricket on Friday. This is in 2021. He posted an emotional retirement letter and some videos which highlighted his best cricketing moments in India. He grabbed an IPL contract very early in his career. He was picked by Delhi Capitals back in 2011 and became a member of the Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians later on. The U19 World Cup final heroics of Unmukt Chand are unforgettable. He scored 111 not out in the final to chase a target of 226. And then he became a regular member of the India A side and went on to captain the India A team until 2015. He was named for the 30-member squad for the ICC Champions Trophy in 2013 and the 2014 T20 World Cup, but unfortunately did not get selected. He admitted that in the last few years, his career has been rough and didn't get enough opportunities. He expressed that he is not at peace with the way things have unfolded, but he has bid adieu to the BCCI with fond memories. So that kind of hurts to read that because he wasn't getting opportunities in India. And I think you damn sure would expect that if you were playing for the Indian national team, or at least the second Indian national team, that you would get a fairly easily a spot on the United States national team. And that hurts reading that so bad because I feel for the guy. Let's continue on to the next article. This is from Crick Tracker from 2024. It says, I think since I've retired from India, my next goal was always to sort of play against India and not in any bad blood. And a lot of people have been talking about this too. Wow, India is in the same group as the United States. We're going to see Unmukt Chand play against his former team. This is going to be so great, right? And like even Unmukt Chand was predicting this. It would be a beautiful thing, and nobody thought that was going to be in bad blood. It was just fun to watch, someone play their former team, all in good spirit of the game and things like that. So let's read. Looking for an opportunity to get more time, Chand moved to the United States of America after retiring from Indian cricket in 2021. He's now set to earn the eligibility badge after spending 3 years in the country. And it says here he will be representing the United States in the upcoming T20 World Cup. Starting June 1st, we know that. He said, it is something which would be very strange, but I think since I've retired from India, my next goal was always to sort of play against India and not in any bad blood, but keen to test myself out against the best team in the world, Chand told Crickbuzz in an interview. So as I said before, a lot of people were predicting it. A lot of news outlets thought it was like a done deal. Here we have a news article from the Sporting News saying, will Unmukt Chand play against India in 2024 T20 World Cup? Former India skipper set to represent the United States of America. So there's a lot of articles like that. And it basically says the same things, basically expecting him to play on the team. But as we know, he wasn't selected, and he released a tweet shortly after the selection was made public. And it says, "Irony of life. I keep hearing people cribbing about unfair systems in place and the need for healthy changes. But when the same people come to power, they practice the same unjust means too. It's high time we bring the change within ourselves and stand firm for what's right." I love that. And that's really all you can do is personal accountability and take control of your own actions. There's a lot of unjust things in the world, and it's so true. I just feel for him so much because that's such a mature, well thought out response to this disappointment. And it has to be beyond insanely disappointing for him because when you just expect something due to your high caliber of play, you just expect for something to happen and it doesn't happen. So feel for the guy. So there are a lot of memes about it, but this one kind of hits home. Retired from India cricket to play for the USA. Dropped from the USA team for series against Canada. It just doesn't make sense. And so this is from Sports Talk. It says India's U19 World Cup winning captain Unmukt Chand reacts to USA snub ahead of the T20 2024 World Cup. It talks about his tweet that he released. It talks about the time when USA and Canada are going to take place. The decision comes as a major setback for Chand, who announced his retirement from India cricket in 2021 and shifted to the United States to play international cricket. He also played for different T20 leagues around the world: Bangladesh, IPL, Major League Cricket, Big Bash League. He stands second on the run charts in the history of minor league cricket. He scored 1,500 runs from 45 innings. However, despite performing well, his name was missing from the U.S. national team. So I'm going to read you some of the replies from the tweets here. It says, "National T20 may flop and USA team se vi bahar." Something in Hindi. "You messed up being below par in national T20. Oof. Tough luck. Should have stayed in India and played IPL at least. Who should be dropped to make way for you? Stephen Taylor, Andreas Goose, Monak Patel. Why are you not on the USA cricket team? Highest runs in Major League Cricket, or is that minor league cricket? Yet not selected. I'm sure BCCI has warranted them not to select you, as it can cause an exodus of second string young talent to the US." That's an interesting thought. I don't know if that's just conjecture. It's just conjecture, but it's an interesting thought. Unmukt, 84 T20s, strike rate 114, average 19. Most top order batsmen selected have a strike rate closer to or above 135, which is decent for a USA level team. Can you share what you feel and what went wrong? You didn't know this USA cricket was a circus before you moved here, did you? And then Praveen kind of parrots what this other guy said, saying that you wanted to play against India was a mistake. BCCI can't see someone go out of India to play better against its team. You must keep your inner desires inside and show them in action without expressing in advance. Repent. Repent. You got enough chances to prove yourself in Ranji and IPL too, but when you failed, you left the country for shortcut options. Do something else, but not play cricket. Unfortunately, you don't have it in you. Ouch. Some of those comments are really brutal. And maybe that's true. Maybe he doesn't deserve a spot on the team. Maybe it was unwise for him to leave and just go to another country just to play cricket. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's what some people are suggesting. And I think the suggestion that the BCCI used its influence to make sure he wasn't on the team is obviously conjecture. There's no evidence of that, but it's an interesting thought. And we know that the BCCI controls cricket, or has, without a doubt, a gigantic influence on the game. So that can't be denied, but I'm not going to speculate on it here too much, but it's an interesting thought. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have on this story today. It does feel kind of sad. I feel sad for him, but there's stuff that I don't know that I'm not privy to. If you see some of his recent stats, maybe they are a little bit lackluster and maybe he just didn't deserve a spot. Maybe he did deserve a spot, but the United States felt pressure from the Indian Cricket Board to make sure that he didn't play because they don't want to see an exodus of players go to the United States. Because honestly, the United States is a very attractive country to go to. If you're, on the second team or the third team, it seems easy enough to leave India and then spend 3 or 4 years in the United States and then qualify for the team. Some people do think that where are they from videos that I post on YouTube are not in good taste. And that's a fair criticism to make. I'm not judging you for that. That's totally fair. However, one of my reasons for doing those videos is to show some of the absurdity in the eligibility requirements for ICC. For example, Italy is made up of mostly non-Italians, people who have spent just 3 years and then boom, qualify. I think it's a different issue if you have a spouse from that country. If you spent, a good portion of your childhood in that country, if you have to move there, if you're compelled to move there for reasons other than cricket and you represent the country, it's totally valid. But I think we kind of are setting a dangerous precedent when people are specifically moving to a country to play cricket for that country. And I don't think it's representative of a cricket in that nation, and it should be. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let you guys fight it out in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios, muchachos.